Hey everybody, welcome to tip number 80 in the series 101 Tips to Ace Your Promotional Examination. My name is Steve Brzebrowski and I'm here to help you be the best that you can be for that next promotional exam that you find yourself faced with. So as a reminder, my website code3firetraining.com has a lot of great free stuff on it. Check it out if you haven't done so already. And this series is based on my latest book from Fire Training Books and Videos of the same name and available off their website as well as mine, as you can see on the bottom. So let's get into tip number 80 here. Remember that every point counts. You don't understand what that means until you sometimes find yourself on an eligibility list and realize that scores can be extremely close. I mean, so close that you're like, oh shit. Now, take a look at this. This was a process I was involved with a handful of years ago, probably about 5 years ago, give or take, but it's not that different. You know, there's 11 candidates that made the eligibility list for, I think it was a captain's test. So 11 firefighters took a captain's test. This was the final score after the entire process was done. The written examination was done, the oral interview, the fireground simulation, all the different exercises that make up a promotional process for the position of like fire captain. And this could be for any position anywhere USA. This was the final list. Now, I underlined those on the right to show you basically how close things are. So take a look at that. 11 people on the list. The high score was 88.95. The low score, 75.21. So about a 13% difference between number 1 and 11. Well, take a look at that. Number 2 was about 1.4 percentage points below. But look at number 3, right below number 2. That's less than one test question on the written test. Take a look at number 4, 85. Okay, but then look at 5, 6, and 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8, 84.99 to 84.39. Look at how close those 4 people are. Now you may go, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal may be, let's say there's only 5 promotions, 5 badges. 1 gets the badge, 2 gets the badge, 3 gets the badge, 4 gets the badge, 5 gets the badge. So you're number 6, 84.82. You missed a promotion by 0.17. 0.17. That's less than one test question. You missed out on a promotion. Holy shit. Had I only studied a little bit more or prepared a little bit more or done whatever, gotten my nerves under control, I don't know. That's how close promotional processes can be. Just like when I took the battalion chief's test for the first time. I was number 3 the first time I took the battalion chief's test. Guess what? There was 2 promotions. I was number 3, so I died in the list, had to come back and take it again the next time, which is fine. It was sucked at the time, but anytime you're passed over or don't get promoted, it stings. I get it. It hurts. You're disappointed. You spent time, effort, energy. You know, you want this. But sometimes, if not most of the time, I found that when you're not promoted, it's usually for the right reasons at the time. You don't realize it then. You'll usually realize it after the fact, but it obviously doesn't help at the fact because you're stung. But anyway, when I took that battalion chief's test, between number 1, 2, and 3 was like sort of like this, 1.5 percentage points. And I remember that's what kept me from getting promoted. Number 2, I think, was less than 1 percentage point ahead of me. So when people say, is it worth, whether it's studying, preparing, getting your head wrapped around the position, whatever it is, yeah, 1 point can count. I mean, that's how close lists can be. Sometimes, I mean, or people tied for the same score. And sometimes it's like, well, how do we break the tie here? Well, you know, so yeah, every point counts. Don't let your guard down. If you're going to take the time to put yourself through a promotional process, the stress, the headache, the heartache, the time, the money, the energy, not just on you, but also on your family, your friends, your crew, do so well that you don't have to take the damn test again. I mean, there's never a perfect time to get promoted, I think, in anyone's career. But you know what? If you're going to put the time and energy, effort into it, do it so you don't have to do it again. Because to me, it's nerve-wracking and it sucks to have to maybe miss out on a promotion because of less than one test question. Oh, shit. Had I only studied that hazmat portion a little more. Yeah. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. water under the bridge. So think about it. The difference between 0.5% or less could be the difference between a promotion or having to take the test again in a few years. And depending on your department, some departments have promotional exams every year. Some it's every couple of years. And there's not always guarantees for promotions. I mean, there may be a promotional list or test, well, test and list, but no badges because there's nobody retiring, but they just do that to have a list and to keep things fresh. Well, that sucks to come out number one and, well, shit, I'm number one, but there's no promotions. Yeah. But then I guess the next question is, if no one's retiring, then maybe if you're number one on the list, then how much is it worth to you? So maybe, as one of our old retired assistant chiefs used to say, when people asked him, hey, chief, when you're retiring? Well, you know, I haven't woken up. What is his line? He goes, I haven't woken up to find a nice fishing boat in my front driveway yet. Insinuating that if he happened to find a fishing boat from maybe a candidate that was number one on the list, he might be willing to retire. Hey, you know what? Maybe a promotion's worth that much to you. Maybe it's not, you know, I don't know. Do what you think is right. So ultimately, as always, thank you very much for the gift of your time. Feel free to reach out if I can ever be of assistance. And until the next time, y'all take care, be safe, and we'll see you soon.